got money now. We need to start acting like we got money now. Let's act like we got some money now. Act like champions.
Yes, sir. I need everybody under the sound of my voice to subscribe to my man Lord Brunson's YouTube channel. I'll leave the link at the top line of the description box. Let's help my man get to 20K subscribers and beyond. Before you watch this video, go to the top line of the description box, subscribe to Lord Brunson, and tell them that Hip Hop Uncensored sent you. Hey, man, fly, Eagles, fly. Let's get it.
Some money now. Act like champions. Champions don't quit.
Alright, Jersey rapper Fetty Wap was arrested today while he tried to board a plane. Now, before I get into the exact story of what went down, we know that Fetty Wap is currently on an ankle monitor from the FBI. Now, remember back in October, he was actually arrested by the feds. They pretty much claimed that Fetty Wap and his associates helped distribute over 100 kilograms of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, across Long Island and New Jersey. Now, agents investigated him and they said that they yielded about $1.5 million in cash, 16 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, fentanyl pills, pistols, handguns, and rifles. Now, Fetty was able to post his $500,000 bail for that arrest. So, this was kind of what leads to this incident today. Now, right? Fetty Wap was pretty much at Newark Liberty Airport. For whatever reason, cops got an alert about his ankle monitor. Now, they are told that when they actually ran Fetty Wap's name, when they ran his info, like cops usually do, they discovered that Fetty Wap actually had a warrant out of North Bergen, New Jersey, which is a crazy situation because you're on the feds, and you got a warrant. Now, TMZ is pretty much saying that details about the warrant aren't very clear, but they know that it was for a public nuisance out of North Bergen, New Jersey. Now, they said that Fetty Wap, he was arrested, booked for the warrant, and they said he should be able to make bail and get released. Now, the crazy part about this is he's not been convicted yet. He is looking to be, he's going to be on trial, or unless he takes a plea deal. There were some preliminary, talks about a possible plea deal, Fetty Wap striking up with the feds, or possibly he could be trying to take this thing to trial and try to beat the feds. Right now, they got a lot of evidence against him for what it looks like. Like I said, 100 kilograms of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and they pretty much saying he had a distribution ring crossing all the way in from Long Island, stretching all the way down into parts of New Jersey. And you got to remember, like, now you're on the feds' radar. Like, they got an ankle monitor on you. I don't know if he has travel restrictions. All that's not clear right now. I don't know if they put restrictions on you before. Maybe, depending on what the judge said in his hearing. But he has the monitor for a reason, so they can actually track where he's going. But he's like a celebrity and whatnot, a rapper, so I'm sure that he's probably going to pick up money, go different places, But one thing he has to understand is that they watching you everywhere at this point. Everywhere at this point. The monitor is just, okay, that's one little thing, but it's like, all right, now you want to radar, because they want to see now, how you're going to continue to make your money. How are you going to continue? Are you still going to allegedly do what they said you're doing? That's one thing they're going to want to do. They're going to follow you the whole way through and try to even build more onto the case. So I'm sure Fetty Wap's aware of this. He wasn't born yesterday or nothing like that. But it's just not a good look. It's not a good look now for, you about to be facing a Fed trial and be arrested in the midst of that. It's just not a good thing. Now, it's a lot of stuff with Fetty Wap, man, because we actually interviewed Nit the Grit. Now, if you know Nit the Grit, he's pretty much responsible for pretty much putting Fetty Wap on as far as funding his career early on. He talked about it on the program here. It really makes me open my eyes, kind of look at things out of one eye, no pun intended, right? Is the fact that this dude was a successful rapper. So it's kind of hard for me to kind of even believe the allegations. Like, you don't really go backwards. A lot of guys start on the streets and they come into hip hop. Some guys may stay in it. But most people, they're able to make enough money in investments to transition out of that. And I'm pretty sure that Fetty Wap was one of them dudes, that was able to transition because he had too much of a long run in the game. Now, it could be possible that he wasn't very good with his money and he blew some money, and we all do, but I just think, that the people that he had around him, this is my opinion, I could be dead wrong, that he had guys around him to at least advise him the right way. And it's like, you you got 500 to put up for some bail money. Like, you're making money, dog. So I just don't get it. At the end of the day, Nick the Grit, excuse me, he was on the show and he talked about pretty much everything got to come through him first. So unless it was a situation where he wasn't paying Fetty, which I don't see, because Fetty would have came out and said it by now. Like, he's getting that money that's entitled to him and whatnot. So I don't really believe it, man. And it's something to be said about the string or rash of rappers that are going down for this whole RICO thing. Like, all of them guilty. Like, all these rappers that hit with the RICO was guilty. I just don't know. One case that I can attest to is Arab's case, and we actually sat in there. And it was like, I think that they really kind of blew that thing up bigger than what it really was. And the evidence was kind of weak. I got to be honest. The evidence was kind of weak. Like, it's almost like, you and your friends, right? Just how the feds hit you up. You and your friends, y'all was doing something, just say, whatever, what they call illegal. You guys made a couple of dollars from that. Now, okay, oh, you was in a criminal organization. You're the mob. It don't quite go like that. And I'm not condoning anybody selling anything, selling any type of drugs or nothing like that. But I understand at the end of the day, like, some people, that's the only choice that they have right now in their life. You know what I mean? Some guys get stuck in it. Some guys definitely get out of it. But to try to paint these dudes like they Scarface or Frank Lucas, I think right there is kind of taking things too far and really just, I think stretching things out to make it seem like these guys are really worse than what they really are. Almost like, how the media used to do a long time ago back in the day with different images of people and destroying people's images and showing different images. And they still do it now, but it's the same thing in hip hop. Like, these guys are put on such a pedestal, but like Jay-Z said, like, the same sword they knight you with, they're going to good night you with. The same media that'll be showing you in a good light and a positive light could be the same media that destroys you. So let's wait to see what happens with this trial with Fetty Wap coming up. If he goes to trial, if he takes a plea deal, and let's see what comes out of this. Because we seen Murder Inc. Everybody thought they was doing this and that, and they beat it. Not that a lot of people do, but they beat the case. So let's just see what happens. It's your brother Oga Man, Hip Hop News Uncensored, with another exclusive. Fetty Wap arrested at Newark Liberty Airport, but he was able to make bond, and we're going to keep you updated if there's any more developments with this. Hey, man, make sure you guys smash the like button if you're listening still. Share the video, and make sure you guys subscribe to Hip Hop News Uncensored for more exclusives just like this one. Last thing, man, make sure, like I said at the top of the video, go to the top line of the description box and go subscribe to my man Lord Brunson's YouTube channel right now. Let's get it.